All right, there we go. All right. So, y'all are heading, you got this note back in your home, and y'all are heading off to try to find this mysterious party that you're supposed to be going to. And you find yourself in some woods, and you're following the path, and you think you're going in the right direction. And you kind of hear like music coming from somewhere up ahead of you.
Have you ever been down here before?
No, I've never been this far out away from the house without Mom.
Have you ever been down this far with your mom before?
No, because nothing looks familiar.
No. We're on a path. Let's just go towards it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And this is like an old forest. It's a very well-worn path, but the trees are very massive around you guys, and it's a nice big forest. It's not like a sparse forest where there's a lot of gaps and stuff. So you continue on down the path, and y'all want to roll me some perception checks, please?
Well, that wasn't. My passive is better than this, so I got an 8.
An 8.
Wow, so is mine. I got a 9.
A 9.
My passive perception is 11.
My
Okay.
passive is 10.
Okay, so y'all are walking along. and you hear the singing, and you don't immediately see where it's coming from, but you realize that it's getting louder, and you have to stop a minute and really kind of look around. And finally you spot, like, in one of the trees, there's this really beautiful little bird, and it's not a kind of bird you recognize at all. And the bird's kind of looking at you, and it kind of flies down, not exactly like level with you guys, like you couldn't reach out and touch it, but it kind of flies down, and it looks at you, and it starts singing. And surprisingly, it's like a human voice singing, and it sings a little song, and it says, "I am but a little bird, and you can see me fly. I'm just a little bird, my love for you can fill the sky. At the appointed hour, remember love has power. So never fear should you shed a tear. Remember the red flower. Your love's magic lies in flower power."
Kill it with fire.
I think it's a Powerpuff Girl.
Kill it with fire.
No, I'm serious. I really think it's a Powerpuff Girl. I'm going to fly out of the pocket and fly up so I can look this bird eye to eye while it's singing and just start doing like the bird head twitches at it.
And it just kind of does its head back, and then it starts singing the song again, exactly the same.
There, I think it's broken. It keeps singing and it's still out of tune.
I reach down and pick up a rock. Pix, come here real quick.
No, don't do that yet. No. Stop. Stop. Stop it.
It's going to happen. You want to be in the way or not?
You are not going to hit me. I own your soul. You will not hit me.
I know I won't if you move.
Damn it, Bear, stop it.
Pix, all of a sudden, you hear the bird kind of look down, or you see the bird kind of look down the trail, and she kind of flutters, and then she flies off.
Hey, no, bird, come on. Hey, damn it, hold it. It's all your fault, Bear. It is all your fault. You made it fly away.
Good. It was freaky.
It's a freaking mockingbird. You've heard mockingbirds freaking copy dad sounds in the forge all the time.
Farting, it's normal.
And as y'all are sitting there arguing, you start hearing movement in the woods coming in your direction down the path, like leaves rustling. It sounds like somebody is kind of running towards your direction, but you can't really see them yet.
Hicks, do your poof thing. I'm ready.
I turn invisible.
Okay. And you just prepare for whatever is coming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Around the curve in the bend up ahead, you see a young man. He's not a boy per se, but he's fresh, into his manhood, and he is frantically running like a scared little schoolgirl in your direction, and he trips and falls right at your feet, and he looks up and he's panting heavily, and he's like, they're coming, can you help me, please, they're coming.
There, I think he's broken. He saw you and he didn't start screaming and running the other direction. This child is broken.
Who's coming? And it better be a good reason if I'm getting involved.
No, I told you he's broken.
And right about then, coming around the bend, you see a handful of what looks like little twig people, and they're carrying little spears, and they're coming around the bend, and they seem to be running towards you and this guy, and they don't seem very
Distance from
friendly.
us?
Huh?
Distance right now?
I'll say about 30 feet.
Yeah. Twig people, bad things, javelin.
Yeah.
No! There! What are you doing? Stop it!
That would be a 14.
A 14. Okay, there is 5 of them. So you're just aiming for the guy in the front?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do me a reaction since you were prepared, and then we'll do initiative.
What's a reaction?
Just do your attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
hit
that
it,
was.
so just
Yeah,
tell
you
me,
hit him.
Oh, okay.
tell me what your damage is.
3 plus 8.
8. Okay. So these guys round the bend, and you're prepared because you heard this crap coming, and you're like, oh, hell no. And so you take your javelin and you just fling it at them, and it hits the one in the front square in the middle, and he just splits like a log and falls into 2 parts, and the others kind of look at you. They pause for a minute and look at their fallen foe, and then they get like really mad looking. They do this like angry gibberish, like, and they come rushing at you guys to attack. So let's roll some initiative.
Oh, that sucked.
Nice.
What'd you get? 9?
I got a 6.
6. And Pix got 9.
No, I got 17.
Did you
Oh,
add
17. Okay.
Oh, actually, 17 plus.
17.
Yeah, 17. That's right. My dex is 0 because I fly. I fly and I'm a foot tall.
All right. Oh, dadgummit.
I don't need dexterity. I have wings and a brain.
Okay. Well, I am going to do these guys in pairs just to make it a little simpler. One pair got an 18, and they are going to rush at you, Girlich, because you are the biggest threat right now, and they can't even see Pix. So let's see here. They are going to.
Fur out of there.
Do we need to unplug it for a little while?
No, just reach down and pull the out of the bottom.
Yeah, so they run at you, and they have their little twig things, and they try to poke you in the foot, but it just glances right off. If anything, it just feels like little splinters, like trying to poke you, and you just kind of kick it off, and they don't do anything. So Pix, is now your turn.
All right. I'm about to give you a nice little shooting range. How close are they?
The two 2 are right on Gurlich. The other 2 are a little bit back, probably about within 10 feet, though.
Okay. If I remember correctly, because I think this is a 30-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was asking. Are they within 30 feet of each other?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could do
Alright.
that. Just
Alright.
put it kind of in the back, and we'll stay that way. It gets them and not Gurlich or the guy that fell down on his feet either.
Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't want to get the kid if I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's a 3 feet in diameter. I have a 30-foot range that I can cast the spell, and it's 3 feet in diameter.
Do the ones in the back. I got these ones.
Yeah. So you could do
Okay,
the ones in the back or the ones at his feet, either one.
All right, I'll leave him to the 2 in the front, the 2 in the back. I'm going to create Tensor's floating disc under them,
Oh, damn. Okay.
and then I'm going to raise them up about, how high off the ground can I get? 3 feet,
Okay.
because they're pretty tiny, right? They're just a little bit bigger than me.
They're little, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to put them pretty high off the ground for their size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you going to
I'm
drop
creating
them?
you.
Nope, I'm creating him a shooting gallery.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this disc appears under their feet and they raise up and they are freaking out. They are like just looking around all just freaking the frick out because they're not used to anything like that.
And they can't see me. They have no clue where it's
Yeah,
at.
they can't see you, so they have no clue what's going
Oh
on.
no, they can't see me because I cast the spell.
Oh,
I
so
just popped into existence.
oh yeah, so they look at you and they're like, okay, and it is their turn. But they are freaked out and they are up high, and I don't think they're gonna try to jump off of this thing right now. So they are just trying to find themselves. And then it becomes Gurlich. You're up.
That would be a 23 to hit.
Oh, definitely hits.
$14 damage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you just basically you take, I always forget, it's a hammer or an axe. It's an axe, right?
Great axe.
Great axe. Yeah, you take your axe and it's just like cutting twigs. It just totally splits these guys apart and they just kind of shatter around you with little tree parts flying. So, and Pix, it's back up to you. You got 2 on a disc floating in the air.
See if they'll talk to us.
All right. Since I am visible, I don't want to get within like poke range. I'm actually gonna fly up over their head and like look down at them like they're little insignificant creatures. And what are they speaking whenever they're talking?
They are just honestly talking gibberish.
Okay, so they're not speaking like Sylvan or anything like that.
No, it is nothing like, if it is a language, it's nothing you've heard. It's just total gibberish.
All right, then I'm gonna talk to him in common. I'm just gonna fly up
Out of
above,
range, yeah.
outside of strike range. And
What the fuck? What in the hell are you doing?
any response?
They just kind of look at you and look at each other, and then they just start like saying, and they're pointing at the kid. And
All right, fine. You know what? Stay there. Stay, and I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go fly down to the kid and be like,
All right, you speak.
and like as you fly by, their little hands, they're trying to claw you. Like they go by, but they can't really reach, and then they about fall off, and they like back up, and they're
Yeah,
like
how about
arguing
that?
with each other.
all right, yeah, I'm gonna fly down to the kid and
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? What the fuck did you do?
And he's kind of in a ball on the ground, And he's like, I'm trying to save my fiance, and they're from the witch. They're evil, and they're attacked me.
Nah, too much of this. What witch?
The witch of the forest. It's a lot to explain, but can you take care
Short
of
version.
them?
I'm a short person. Short version.
The witch has my girlfriend, and she turned her into a bird, and I have to save her. Short version.
Great. Fair.
And I tried to save her, and these things attack me, and I'm just a farmer, and I don't know. I can't. I don't know what to do. And he starts crying.
No. Bear,
My turn.
come here.
Yeah.
Whoa, shut up.
Come here.
My turn.
It's technically the guy's turn. I think that they're like just still trying to figure out a way off this damn disc, so they aren't going to be too successful. Like you see them trying to like lower each other down, but then they pull each other back up, and they just are arguing.
And they're
It's
only
like-
3 feet off the ground, so to you, this is like hysterical.
Yeah.
It's like,
And now it's your turn.
I walk up. Of course, I pee on them.
Seriously, do you have to do that to everything? You don't have to claim everything. Not everything is yours.
You get a little black backsplash from the disc. But they're like,
Then, did I drown them or damage them at all?
does your piss have acid?
There's a lot of volume there. I may have washed one off.
they might need to do some constitution saves, huh?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Pass out from shock.
And
Yeah, they passed their constitution, but they're not very happy.
how long does this spell last?
1 hour.
Come on, kid. Let's go find your girlfriend. I'm bored. We leave him there.
Okay.
No, it follows me.
Oh, it follows you?
The disc follows me.
Okay, I whack him. That is a 13 to hit.
How many times have you seen me cast this spell to live shit for dad? And seriously, you can't remember that the disc follows?
That hits. Yeah.
7.
Oh yeah. You knock them off the disc, and in process cut them in half, and when they just go flying everywhere, and little drops of pee follow them because they're soaked. And Pix, now you have this disc with some puddled urine on it that's following you around.
A river runs through it.
Absolutely disgusting.
I walk over to the kid. I slowly wipe my axe on him. For anything. Okay.
And he's
How
just
much
kind of
money you got on?
shaking and crying.
How much money do you have on you?
Oh, God.
I don't,
Odds in all the realms. Really?
I don't have any money, sir.
Did you not say the whole part about being a farmer? Poor people?
I'm just a
I'm
poor
not-
farmer. We were
Okay,
out on a stroll, and it was supposed to be romantic, and I tried to show my bravery by going near the witch's castle, but
you know more, my friend. I know where you were trying to get. I understand how that works.
You understand nothing.
I understand where you were trying to get with your fiance. I will help her brother out.
thank you, sir. Thank you, kind sir.
That is what you tell the guys at the whorehouse. Usually you're the cock block.
I'm turning over a new leaf here. This young lad is upset. I'm trying to be a little benevolent.
What's the con?
I don't know if she's cute or not yet.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. You were fucking fool.
I ain't gonna touch her. They're supposed to get married. Her clothes may be ripped. I may get a free peek.
Oh my God.
I'm low on coins. I haven't paid for anything in a
Oh,
while.
God.
What's your name?
My name is Jeringle.
Okay, Jared. I want you to share your
have
story.
no room to talk. You have the worst name ever. Your parents literally gave you the worst name in existence.
And
Jared, where are we going?
I,
Where's the word?
If you're gonna make people pronounce your name, you better pronounce his. Try again.
it's Jeringle, and Jorinda is my fiance.
Wow, both of your parents hate you.
Well, they're kind of common names where I'm from in the village.
Yeah, you're screwed up. I pick him up by
Yeah.
his head, put him back on his feet.
Wow.
Okay.
Villains are masochists. They hate all of you.
You at least have good booze at your house. After we're done, I can go drink. I don't do anything for free.
Sure. We will gladly give you some meal and some mead.
Works out for me.
What
Lead
we
the way.
have. Well, that's part of the problem. I haven't been able to find it again. It's kind of.
Do we have to give a sacrifice or something?
It's a witch's.
No. No.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. It's a witch or a hag? There's a big difference.
I don't know what a hag is. We just call her the witch.
Oh, hell.
Sometimes when you walk the trails in the forest, you come upon our house, and it's nobody's ever went in before, but I was trying to be brave, so I went in, and she caught us, and she turned Jorinda into a bird, and then she told me that it was punishment, and I tried to go back in, but I was paralyzed and I couldn't move. The closer I got to the castle, the more paralyzed I got, so I had to back off, and then the monsters attacked, and well, it's a castle that appears in the woods. It's very old and torn down when you see it. It's not a grand castle by any means, but it's her lair.
I knew it. I knew it.
Let's go for a walk, young lad. You lead the way.
If you're looking for it, you're not going to find it because it's a hag. That's why her abode reappears and disappears. It isn't going to appear if you're looking for it. That's the whole point.
Did I say let's go to the castle? No, I said let's go for a walk, young lad.
She was pretty ugly there.
Who, your fiance or the hag?
No, the witch. I guess she could be in hag since she was pretty darn ugly and evil. My fiance is beautiful. She's the prettiest girl in the village.
Let's go. Come on.
I'm a very lucky man.
Wait a minute. What does the guy look like before we go any further? Because the prettiest girl in the village for his standards could be pretty damn low.
He's all right looking. I mean, he's no, perfect specimen of manhood, but for a village boy, he's probably one of the top, good-looking guys in the village.
So in other words, she's going to be average.
I'm stuck in a hut with a crazy woman, a dwarf, and a pixie. I can do average.
You're disgusting.
You've been following me into the brothels again, haven't you?
I always follow you into the brothels. That shit's hilarious.
Hey, gets me where I'm going. As we walk past, I pick up my javelin I threw.
Yeah.
Back up.
And you continue on down the woods, and you're trying to find your way. When you had just woken up, so it's probably midday by the time that y'all have been wandering for a little while, and the path, you come to a fork in the road, basically.
I'm going to do an investigation to see if I can see where the kid ran.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, it looks like he came from straight ahead, and then it also forks off to the left.
I follow the tracks.
Okay. And you
Oh,
start.
good sniffer. Oh, such a good boy. Find those tracks.
So with a 20, you're.
Her and Dutch oven her.
Aww. Aww. Okay,
Oh,
roll a Constitution save, dear.
She's immune to poison.
I am immune to poison. That's
Oh, okay.
exactly
Well, then.
doing. Oh, I'm gonna use prestidigitation and clean myself.
Okay.
I said farted. I didn't say.
You don't wipe real well.
Did
Well-
you get some spackling?
you are a disgusting bastard.
Y'all are
Oh,
walking.
you better be.
Y'all are walking. You can tell Durangle, he's like a nervous wreck, basically. This is not anybody that's out for adventure. He is like barely hanging on to his stuff. And you follow his tracks, and then all of a sudden they just kind of stop. And you're at like a clearing, but there's nothing there right now.
I told you. If you go looking for it,
Shut up. Watch this.
And he looks around and he's like, this looks familiar, but the castle's not here anymore. Or, it was there. This looks like where it was, but
I told you. If you're looking for it, it won't be there.
Well, walk out in the clearing. I got you covered, man.
okay. And he kind of really gingerly takes some steps forward, and he's doing that thing where he's sticking his leg out ahead of him and being real, and he puts his leg down and nothing happens, and he starts like walking around the clearing kind of in a daze. But
All right, sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Grandma.
Yeah, or sorry for my grandma.
Text your picture.
I don't have my
Still find your phone, or she'll blow my phone up.
pause.
Yeah, you're fine. Take a break.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just her mom got a hold of her foot.
No. Hun, you can't. Don't be worry about being rude. You're not being rude.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, y'all.
He's taking those weird padding steps out of.
Yeah. It's totally like the cartoon, like where he's throwing his foot as far in front of him as he can because he, is very nervous about it. But then, like, he goes a little ways into the clearing and he's fine, and he starts walking around, and he just looks very downhearted and amazed at the same time. And he's just kind of muttering to himself, "It was right there. I know this was the place."
Like I said, not a witch. Little bit of a difference.
Well, since this is kind of her sacred ground, let's make it sacred.
Do not pee on it.
I'm not going to pee.
Do not take a shit.
Too late.
Oh my God. For to all the gods above that I don't even believe in. Why? Why your soul that I'm stuck with?
Durangle kind of is like, "What are you? Oh my God!" And he kind of turns around awkwardly, like,
Pop, pop, fizz, what a relief it is.
Bastard. I'm not cleaning that up.
"Oh,
We're in the middle of the clearing. Why would you?
Because
Okay,
I'm used to cleaning up your shit.
that
Nasty
leaves a
ass.
3. I'm not touching that. Leaves a 5. Okay, yeah, works. And I'm done.
all right." So you have dropped your load on the clearing.
Oh my God, you are so gross.
And looking around, you don't really see where the path continues onward or anything. It just kind of stops here.
I'm trying to wonder.
Don't
Okay.
Keep it.
No. I have a question.
Okay.
I have a DM question. You shush.
Oh,
All right.
Here, I'll refill. Don't worry.
You're still gonna get punched. An Arcana check. I have to do that on an object, right?
You can do it on the clearing itself if that's what you're going for. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm wondering. Is can I do it on a space or does it have to be an actual object?
No, you can do it on the clearing. I'll allow that. That's no problem.
Okay. Arcana check is just Arcana, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's whatever the plus Arcana. I don't know. I think it's intellect, but you know, but
Because I
yeah.
have Arcana and Intellect. I wasn't sure if it was both of them or just one.
No, it'll just be Arcana, whatever Arcana says, plus whatever.
I only got 10.
10. You feel like it's almost like residual magic. Like you feel that there was magic done here, but it's not here now, if that makes any sense.
That's what I was hoping is if I could pick up a Arcana trail.
Right.
It was popping.
Yeah. Like you don't really feel like you feel like it was here, but now it's not here anymore.
Great. All right, kid. What the hell were you doing whenever you saw this castle?
I mean, we were just taking a romantic picnic and we went a little further than we're supposed to in the woods and I
Well,
saw
you said you were trying to show off for your girlfriend, so what were you doing?
I went into the barrier of the castle through the broken down gate into the courtyard and I was going to go inside, but before I could enter the doorway the witch appeared and she cursed us.
What were you doing before you found the castle? Not once you got here, but leading up to here. Right
Oh, well, we stopped and we had our picnic, and then I convinced Jorinda to go a little further into the woods, and we were just walking and talking. And
here. Not looking for anything?
no, I mean, other than maybe a little kiss or something. And he kind of smiles at you, girl.
Or something? Really? A little kiss? Jeez. You really are a wuss.
Well, we are kind of following the proper traditions. We don't want to get in trouble or anything or tarnish her name. I would never do that.
Wuss.
Alright. Crap. I really do not want to use my other spell slot.
He's like the legends say that the castle appears at random and you don't always see it when walking the trails, but
Because it only shows up whenever you're not looking for it, which means we need to go walking and not be looking for it. Does it
Maybe-
always show up in the same spot or in different spots?
it's random.
That's what I thought.
So I don't know, but you'll definitely know it when you find it. I've been wondering for a while. I just and you can tell he looks kind of in a little bit of rough shape. Like this probably did not happen this day. Like it's been a little while. He looks kind of rough. But I'm not doing anything until I find my Jorinda.
Okay, well, I figure we'd go back and start from scratch wherever we can. Set up camp, get something to eat.
Hold on.
Don't burn your spells. We may need them later.
Well, if we're going to take a rest, I might as well.
And Joringle's like, do you think we should go down that fork in the road we passed earlier?
What time of day is it right now?
It's about midday.
Yeah, we come across something, I'll kill dinner.
Hold up. The creatures that were chasing you. Is this where you were whenever they started chasing you? Or were you somewhere else?
Honestly, I'm so turned around. I don't know. They chased me from this location, and then I hid for a while, and then they found me again after I was wandering around. And I don't know I don't know. I'm not a woodsman. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere, and I don't know, ma'am.
Great. So you're no help. Wonderful.
Let's go down.
Fine. Let's go down the other one.
So
Okay.
we go backtrack and I am keeping my eyes open for anything.
Oh
I'm
yeah, your eyes are open so large, and you go down this trail, and it breaks out into this beautiful like meadow with this little stream running down it, and a cottage is kind of beside the stream with a little garden to the side, and there's clothes hanging out, and um your eyes get really big because in the stream are two beautiful women, naked as jaybirds, kind of bathing each other and playing and giggling very loudly. One's blonde and one's brunette.
Now there are stories about this picture.
And
This is, I've been to quite a few villages, and the second I walk up, there's usually pointing, screaming, and yelling, and it's not here's the bitches, it's hide the women and hide the kids.
well, this is
Not whenever useless back there didn't scream at you either.
and Durango's just kind of wide mouth agape at this, and yeah, and he's just in like a little daze.
Hey, you're our only source of information here. You want any help? Open up your mouth.
And he kind of shakes himself out the daze, and he's like, "Are y'all seeing this?"
Yeah, it costs you three gold coins. You can see the same thing in any big town you go,
And
but
he
it's not a stream. It's usually wine.
And he kind of looks at you very askew, like, "What?" And he's like, maybe they know something.
Well, let's go talk to them. Go ahead, young man. Let's break you in.
Yeah, this is your fiance. Lead the way.
Okay. And he kind of heads down, and the girls are splashing each other with water and giggling, and he calls out to them, and he's like, "Hello there. We need your assistance." And they look up, and they kind of go, "Oh, strangers in need of aid!" And they come rushing towards you guys, and they're like, "Oh dear, you look so bad. You need to fatten up some. Let's get you some food."
Rude. But let's play this one out. I ain't touching it.
That's creepy.
And Girlage, the blonde runs up to you, and she's kind of like rubbing your arms and stuff, and she's like, "This one doesn't look like he needs many food. Are you in need of help too?"
Nope, I'm good.
Hands off my soul. Hey, up here. Look
And
up.
she's kind of like, "Oh, hello."
Hi. Back up.
She
Back
kinda,
up.
She kind of backs up, but it's kind of like in a swaying kind of way, and she's kind of got a little pouty lip on.
Nobody believes that for a second there, honey.
And the brunette looks up, and she's like, "I'm Hannah, and that is my friend Clarissa. We live in this cottage, and we're welcome. You're welcome to any aid we can provide."
Right.
Where's the hag's castle, the witch's castle?
Oh, we don't know anything about a witch. And they kind
You
of
live
look
in-
at each other, and they kind of look like confused. Clarissa looks really confused, and Hannah's like, I don't know anything about that. We just live, in our own cottage. We kind of don't fit into the village society, as you can see. And
No
so
shit, Sherlock.
we moved out here to kind of do our own thing. And you're the first people we've seen in ages, actually.
I'm using up a spell.
Mhm.
On fair, I'm going to cast Protect from Good and Evil.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stare at both of them and then turn invisible.
Okay. And yeah, they just kind of look like, whoa. Where'd she go?
She's around.
I'm gonna fly on the top of his head and just lay there and stare.
They're like, we've never seen her kind before. Pray tell, what manner of being is she?
Nah, she's just picked.
Oh, all right. Well, come
Jared,
on.
what do you want to do?
Huh?
Jared, what do you want to do?
Drinkle's like, Drinkle is like in a daze because his naked woman is like rubbing up against him. And you can tell he's like the innocent, that is just totally in a daze. And he's like, huh? What? And he's like, well,
Stop looking at her boobies.
and he just is like bright red and he's just confused as all get out. And Clarissa runs up on the other side of Hannah and they're like, oh, you poor dear, you look so bad. You need some food. Come on with us. We have some fresh strawberry pies fresh from the oven. And they start dragging him towards the cottage. And then Clarissa turns back to you, Girlich, and she's like, come on, we have plenty. And they start heading to the cottage. Do you need another break?
You didn't? No.
Okay.
You do know these are probably succubus, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go with your spell. And if it gets Junior out of her case, that's fine. I'm not too worried about him anyways.
What, are you just going to take the fiance if we happen to find the castle?
Yeah, I'll comfort her in her time of loss.
The worst living thing on two legs.
Oh, God.
It'll be all right.
Sometimes I wish I really did find you dead. You're more useful sometimes.
I give you tons of fun dead things to play with. And sometimes they're not even broken much.
Much. The claw and crawl is nice.
So if he shambles off into the little hut,
Mm-hmm.
I'll saunter on over there too, but I'm not really interested on what's for sale.
Okay. So, yep, y'all enter the hut and you're instantly engulfed in like the smell of fresh strawberry pie that's just coming from inside. And inside it's a small little quaint hut. There's a big, huge bed, of course, in one corner. And then there's like the fireplace where they cook their food, and there's a little like kitchen table with a little prep area off to the side. And they kind of they just sit at the table, still stark ass naked, and they gesture to you guys to sit down too. And Jringle's sitting down, and they're already serving him some of the pie, and he's eating it up because he's basically been starving for days. So.
Seriously, you just had to go and eat the food, didn't you?
Yeah. And they're like, come on, sit down, eat, enjoy. We make the best strawberry pie around. If I don't say so myself, and they kind of giggle because there's nobody else around, and it's kind of an inside joke between the two of them.
So my money's on he's actually eating somebody.
I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Find out what kind of illusion they're casting on us, please. Then I'll take care of them.
All right. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
All right. Hold up. Let me get back to that page. I forgot I got an extra spell slot whenever I leveled up last time. Oh my god. Oh no. I wasn't prepared. Detect Magic. It's a concentration spell, and it lasts up to 10 minutes. For the duration, I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay.
You can also penetrate most barriers.
Nice. And there's no saves or anything, right? You just cast it.
Yeah, I just cast it.
Yeah. You cast it and you look around and you don't see anything. And the girls are kind of very touchy-feely with each other and with Joringle, and they're kind of put out that you two won't take their hospitality. And they're like, come sit down, have some pie. If you're hungry for more than that, we don't really eat meat. We're more of the vegetarian variety, but we could whip up a stew or something of that nature.
I still don't trust them, but no magic here.
Well, Jared, you want to hang out for you? We're going to go back out, and we'll set up camp a little ways off. We'll come back in the morning.
Go hard. You really expect people?
That's what I said, Jared.
Eh.
If he's got a problem, he can pick a fight, and he can correct me. Until then, it's Jared.
You are really the worst. The
And
worst.
they're like, you're sure you don't want to stay in the cabin and sleep by the fire?
My fair ladies, I believe you'll be able to teach this lad more than I ever could in certain areas that I will not be willing to teach him. And we told him we would help him with an endeavor. He needs to recoup, and apparently you all are more able to do that than I am.
And they kind of giggle, and they're like, I think, and especially Hannah. Hannah's like, I think I get what you're implying there, but we don't really go that route, if you know what I mean.
What are you talking about? I was just talking about feeding him and giving him a meal and someplace soft to sleep. What the hell are you talking about?
And she just kind of giggles and rolls her eyes, and she's like, but your fairy friend especially is more than welcome to stay.
I'm good.
We keep our own company. Y'all have a nice day. And I start walking out.
And they're like, they kind of jump up and they run to the corner, and they're like busying themselves with some stuff, and they turn around and they have some pillows and blankets and stuff, and a little bit of bread and cheese and different things like that. And they're kind of run up to you, and they're like, at least take this with you. We would hate for you to be sleeping out there without anything.
Good.
Does it look like I've got a problem with sleeping outside? Y'all have a nice day.
Thank you. Don't do it.
All right. They kind of look like they have hurt feelings about the thing, but they just kind of shrug off and
Not like we really
whatever.
care.
So
And since she's riding on me, I head to the first clearing. Far, but a good distance and down and upwind from the pile that I left earlier.
okay. You head in that direction, but you actually walk for much longer than you originally thought you did, because you seem to have a pretty good sense of this trail, especially earlier when you were tracking those tracks. And it seems to keep going for a while, and then you come to another fork instead of the meadow. So it seems like the paths are changing or altering in some way.
It's probably around evening now.
Yeah, it's getting more towards evening.
And you said it wasn't. It's an old forest. It's not a real. It's not a young, thick forest, right?
No, it's got very, very tall trees, and they're not sparse at all, but it's an older forest, so
there's not a lot of like undergrowth and things like that. It's a lot of like brush and leaves.
Right. There's not a ton of undergrowth.
It's getting dark. You know how wonderful I see at the dark. Set your alarm.
Okay.
And we make camp probably about 40 yards off the trail.
So do y'all backtrack to the hut, or are y'all just leaving
No, we're just actually walking off the trail to the side and making camp in the woods.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we're completely getting off the trail. Camp, just in case something happens to like walk by.
Basically, the best semi-natural shelter we could find within
Gotcha.
a reasonable distance, but we're not so far off where.
We can't see the trail.
Gotcha.
But you have to look to find us.
We're being
gotcha.
sneaky.
So,
Sneaky, sneaky. All right.
So yeah,
Before
I'll
we-
say that you find like a fallen down tree off to the side, and you can kind of make your camp up against the back of it to kind of hide you some if you want to do that.
Before we go to sleep, I'm going to cast alarm around us.
Okay.
And that'll be my last spell slot for the day, and then I'll prepare before we actually go to sleep. I'll prepare my other spells for in the morning.
And as you're like doing that and you're sitting around the campfire, you see like Dringle running up the trail at top speed, and he's got this big bundle in his hands, and he looks like he's had a bath, and he looks, still kind of like he's been through something, but he looks a lot better off. And he's like, I thought you guys left me. And he plops down by the fire, and he's like, the ladies gave me all this really good food. And he pulls out like a muffin and starts chomping on it. And he's like, y'all want some?
We're good. We're good. You go ahead and keep eating that. Yeah.
Like, I will. And he's munching down on the food.
The kid's gonna die.
Parents never taught him stranger danger.
And of course, the alarm doesn't go off. He's the only thing I set it to not go off on.
And he's like, what? And he's like, there's no strangers. If you see a stranger, you just can make a friend. That's what we always say.
Yeah, shut up and go to sleep. You're
Yeah, you
irritating
didn't grow around. You did not grow up around the undead, child. You really didn't.
Alrighty.
I'll solve the problem.
Alrighty. So yeah, y'all go to sleep and roll me like a perception check, I guess.
Ooh. 17.
Nice. Pix, what's yours?
11.
11. Okay.
I actually got the same as my passive.
Okay. And you're fast asleep, and girlish, something kind of wakes you up, and the alarm didn't go off, so it's not like it was something in your vicinity. But you jump awake and you look around and you don't see anything, but it's probably about midnight. And as you kind of calm down from that first jerk of being awakened, you start to hear singing off in the distance, and you recognize it's the song that bird was singing.
I grab my axe.
And Pix and Dringle are fast asleep. So.
Yeah. And I crack Jared on the head to wake him up.
He's like, and he wakes up, and it takes him a moment, and he's like, that's Jorinda. And he jumps up, and he's like about to start running off, and then he like stops himself at the last minute, and because he realizes that he needs to wait on you guys. And he's like, come on, we gotta hurry.
Kid, seriously, slow your roll.
Shut up.
He's like, but it's her. She's singing. We gotta go before.
A little bit harder on top of the head.
Ow!
You're just going tonk.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right.
I tap my armor as I'm getting up to wake up Sleeping Beauty over here.
What do you want?
Well, the bird that we saw singing apparently is the girlfriend.
Well, no shit.
He's singing again.
From why do you do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it's not any better out here. Oh God. Oh,
And,
oh, it's
and-
horrible. Why'd you have to do that? That's so nasty.
You're awake now.
I hate you so much.
and you hear that same song playing over and over and over again, basically.
It's not close enough. And if I leave, the alarm fades.
Go back to sleep. I'll wake you up.
Oh, if you really, I set up a parameter. I set up
A parameter?
a parameter. See how tired I am?
Go
You
back
see
to-
what happens whenever you wake up the smart person of the group?
I was already awake.
Don't even. Not even try me right now.
And
I
Durangle starts screaming, Jorinda! Jorinda!
We'll be right behind you, little man.
And he's like, okay. And he starts running off in the direction of the bird song.
Lay down next to the campfire again.
Why did you wake me up if you weren't even going to go help?
Okay, he rolled a 16 on perception, so he runs off for a little ways and he realizes you're not behind him. And he comes back and he's like, but we gotta go. What are you doing? Come on.
He's not close enough. Wait till she gets closer. Sit, child, sit.
You got first watch. Good night.
I am going back to sleep. Whenever she gets closer, then you can wake us up. How about that? Does that work for you?
But what if she doesn't get closer and he looks off into the woods all forlorn? All right. So y'all go back to sleep and
My full 8 hours to get all 4 of my spells. I'm not getting up for shit.
and you wake up the next morning and there's no bird song anymore, and Joringle is like passed out in a seated position over by the fire. And you can see like where he'd been pacing all night long and like walked up to you guys and almost like he was gonna wake you up, and then he backtracks, and then he like there was a lot of frantic pacing.
Around the fire. You see this? He actually paced a circle around it. I think the circle he paced is deeper than the fire pit you dug last night.
He's asleep. Do we really have to wake him up?
Do you want to see this chick's? Well, never mind. You can't see this chick's boobies because she's a bird that you tried to kill.
Okay, let's go for a walk.
Okay.
We leave him there.
Okay.
For me.
Okay, so y'all go for a walk. Are you walking like in the direction you heard the bird song last night, or? Yeah.
The walk is basically we're leaving him behind. If he catches up, he catches up.
We're not
Gotcha.
really, it's not really a fast walk or anything.
All right, let's see if he perceives you guys or if he keeps sleeping. Oh yeah, he doesn't perceive shit, so he's snoozing over there.
He
rolled-
literally passed out from exhaustion.
and the
instead of-
bump on the head. He had 2 bumps on the head from the great axe. So he probably has like a concussion, poor thing.
He fell asleep with a concussion. That kid is never waking up again.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that kid's going to die soon. All right.
So yeah, y'all, you start walking in that direction, and you don't really see anything for a while. And do you keep going, or are you going to backtrack, or what are y'all doing?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay. You
Come
just
backtrack for people.
didn't know if you were going to give up and go find Joringle again, but
Jared will be fine.
but yeah, you keep walking, and
We're looking for the bird.
yeah, you're looking for the bird. You aren't really finding the bird, but it is starting to get real cloudy out, and it's starting to get rainy.
Oh, fine.
So
I'm going back into the pocket. You can let me know when the rain stops.
I start looking for shelter.
okay.
I have a filter. SOL on you.
It starts raining really hard, and you're looking for shelter, and there's lightning striking, and um,
I
and
rolled
yeah.
a
What's your perception?
17.
17? Okay, good. And then, yep. So yeah, you're walking around, you're looking, and it's super dark out, and it's pouring rain, and you look up and you see this broken down castle in front of you. There's like what would have been a perimeter gate around it, but it's all crumbled and nasty, and the gate itself is like fell on the side, and the archway has crumbled, so it's all open, and the doorway past the archway is intact across the main yard, and there's one like tower still up, but everything else is just destroyed basically, and the tower that's up isn't very tall at all.
I flick my armor where her pocket is. Game time, little one. Castle.
That's so loud. Is it still raining?
Yeah, it's raining.
I'm not opening up the pocket until we're inside.
I'm gonna do a stealth and try to go up to the door to enter.
Okay.
I do not like getting wet.
That is a 18.
An 18? Okay. You start sneaking up stealthy as hell, and you get up probably within 20 foot of the broken down gate, and it starts getting really, really sloppy, like must be from the rain and the mud, you figure, because it's really hard to start taking steps all of a sudden. And it seems like the farther you go, the harder it's getting, and then you hit a certain point and your legs just kind of have stopped working, and you're barely able to move them at all. Are you going to press on?
Nope. I'm gonna start backing out.
Okay. And you start backing out, and as you back out, it's basically the reverse. So further you get away, the more you're back to normal, and you can start moving more. And
Can I circle the castle?
Mhm.
And I keep trying to probe for ways to get in.
Same thing happens the whole way around. There isn't another gate entrance per se, but everything's kind of crumbly, and there's just a whole lot of destruction all over the whole place. So everything's just kind of rubble on the ground, except for that front entrance.
How close are the trees to that entrance?
I would say it looks like it's in a very big clearing, kind of what y'all were in before. So the tree line ends, and then it's like that 20 foot to that gate that you were starting to try to get to, and that's where your legs were giving out and all that. And then from the gate to the door is probably a good 15 foot.
And these are old, tall trees. You said it's 20 foot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put on my flannel shirt. You know where I'm going with this.
I do.
What, are you going to try and like body slam a tree and knock it over?
No, I've got an axe. I cut a tree down to make it fall towards the gate to hit the mud.
Okay. These are pretty big dang trees, so roll me a d6 to see how long it takes you.
How about that? Go ahead.
A 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How long did it take me?
You start cutting this thing, and you're making pretty good work of it. So it takes you about an hour of hard labor to get through this tree, and it starts falling. Yeah, and it falls across, not exactly hitting the gate. It falls kind of to the side into some rubble, but it's tall enough that, it comes crashing down.
Well, instead of walking the mud, I walked down the log.
Down the tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use the tree as a bridge.
You start walking down the tree, and the same thing happens at the same point. Like, you start feeling like you can't move so well, and you start getting, it's almost like you're being paralyzed. You get the sense.
I back
And
up and
roll me a deck save though before, just
Oh.
because you're starting to get paralyzed on a slippery tree trunk. I want to make sure you can stay on.
15.
Mm-hmm. You have a little slip, but you're able to catch yourself, and you back up off the tree.
I wake up Sleeping Beauty in the dry Taj Mahal over here,
Are we inside?
and I explain to what's going on.
You're gonna make me get wet, aren't you?
The tree, because it fell, so it dropped some. Is it what type of tree is it? Like pine tree, oak tree, what?
Probably a pine tree if you knocked it down within an hour.
Yeah,
No, pine
I would
tree's
say,
easy.
yeah, I would say it's probably like a tall old pine that you were able to get through.
Big round pine. One of the tall, super tall ones.
So
Yeah,
it
this-
doesn't have a lot of branches except for at the top, that kind of tree.
Yeah. So it would take you about an hour with a natural one.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's time frame here.
Oh, time frame 1 hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come out, and there's some kind of barrier or whatnot. I get close, I can't move.
What? Why do I have to come out for that? It's wet.
Can you get through it? Can you tell me what's going on?
Fine. Fine. Fine.
And I slowly and begrudgingly get out of my pouch and hurry up and close it up again. I don't want any of my stuff getting wet. And I just hover there really, really sulkingly. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. And the rain's dripping down. Your hair's plastered.
Oh, yeah, my hair is completely flat now.
Yeah.
My two that are super long are completely flat.
Yeah. It's just.
I look like an itty bitty little drowned rat, and I am not happy.
And your wings are like dripping water and everything.
You have any clue how long it takes to dry this? Any clue?
I'll go swimming with you in the pouch if you want to complain.
My pouch is waterproof. I'm for the chef. Man, because Daddy loves me.
Daddy doesn't love you so much.
Fine, since I'm already fucking wet.
I'll see if I can, how far I can fly before I start feeling the effects and come back.
Okay. You get about the same, once you compare it with what Girlage has been going through, it's about the same distance. You feel that there's a certain point you start getting slowly like paralyzed, basically.
All right.
Should I piss him off?
Welcome.
I'm going to shoot a fireball at it.
At the castle?
Yep, firebolt.
Okay. Roll me an attack. See how well you aim. And where are you shooting?
Yeah, my aim with this last go around was not so good. Lovely natural one.
Yep, you hit me.
Shut up. That hasn't happened yet. Shut up.
I'm not in front of you this time, so it works.
True, you are behind me. All right.
These things can't ricochet, can they?
I don't think so. But she could be thrown off wildly by a gust of wind or something if she rolls really badly.
She didn't.
Good.
Smoke casting.
18.
Okay. So, yeah, that hits whatever you want it to hit. So, where are you aiming for? The door or the...
Well, I want to see if it gets through the barrier.
Okay.
So I'm aiming, if I can hit the door, I'm going to hit the door. So
What's the range on the spell?
Da-da-da-da-da.
Because you're looking at about 35 foot to the door.
120 feet.
Oh, yeah. So you could hit the door if you want to.
Yeah. I'm going to aim for the door, but I'm expecting for the firebolt to actually be fizzled out. So if I get through the barrier and can hit the door. Hooray. All right,
Yep.
so let's see. I got to roll a d10 for fire damage.
Okay.
No, it's a D12. The funny round one at
that
the
one.
top corner.
There it is. There it is. 7.
A 7. Yeah, you hit the door. And it starts to kind of catch on flames, but with it being soaked from the wood, it doesn't actually like flame on and burn. It just kind of fizzles a little bit, and it sits there
something
for a
weird.
minute, and then it gets put out.
She said flame on.
You were so full of bad dad puns.
And when you do that, like from everywhere around you, you just hear this cackling laughter.
Yep, that's a flag.
You don't see anything, but somebody really thinks that this is hilariously funny, basically.
All right, well,
In a very evil way.
fine then. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna use another cantrip, but I want to double check myself because I want to use Mage Hand to actually go knock on the door. I just want to double check and make sure I could do that. Open and unlock. Okay, I can open and unlock doors, things like that.
Mm-hmm. What's the range on it? That's the only thing.
30 feet. Oh, I'm just out of range.
Yeah.
35 feet away.
Yeah.
Damn it! Because I was just gonna use the Mage Hand to go over there and go tink 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 tink.
Now there's crumbling walls around this place, right?
Yep. They're about the walls that are crumbled down that was like the fence basically, or whatever you would call it, the barrier. That's about 20 foot from you, and then the inner door is about 15 from that. So that's 35.
When we walked around, I didn't feel funny at all until I got to the gate area, right?
So you got halfway through.
Yeah. You were heading to the gate, and the closer you got, the worse you were feeling. And about the halfway point is when your legs froze up. So we're starting to really freeze up on you, and you knew that you were going to fall over, basically.
So, but at the wall, you're fine until you get to the gate, right?
No, heading to the gate about halfway, within 10 foot of the outer gate is when you were really in trouble.
But I didn't feel funny walking around the wall.
No, I assumed when you were walking around the wall, you were walking around the outer border, so you were walking around that 35 foot out range and just doing a check.
So it's only within 10 feet of the actual gate.
Right. It's when it becomes, it starts as soon as you start to approach it, but it becomes, very bad within 10 foot to the point that you were about to fall over from.
If I walk around not where the gate is, but the wall itself, if I approach it, I start feeling funny a little bit. Or do I feel anything?
It's the same thing you felt at the gate. It's basically like a circle, and
so they've got a barrier all the way around.
Yeah, basically. This barrier is all the way around it.
Give me a second.
And the cackling stops, and that song starts up again, and it's Jorinda. But you don't see her. You sense it's being projected somehow from the castle. And it's singing that same song. I am but a little bird, and you can see me fly. I'm just a little bird. My love for you can fill the sky. At the appointed hour, remember love has power. So never fear should you shed a tear. Remember the red flower. Your love's magic lies in flower power.
Go get the
I-
boy.
That's
I
just
look
like
at-
on repeat.
Go get the boy.
I look around for red flowers.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
A non-natural 20.
Okay. There's all kinds of flowers around, but you don't really see any red flowers, just regular wildflowers, like, you know, that you would be natural to the forest. Nothing that looks like a magical red flower at all.
We have to go back to the boy.
Son of a bitch. That whining little cunt.
And just so you know, I was rolling to see if he woke up and followed you guys, but he's out.
Ain't that our luck?
Hopefully you didn't concuss him to death. So.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
We gotta get the boy.
I pick up a branch or anything on the ground
Uh-huh.
and literally drag a line. Is it still raining hard though?
Yeah, it's still raining pretty bad.
Okay, well. We head
Thunder,
back-
lightning, all that stuff.
We don't have time.
We head back to go get the boy.
Okay.
What time is it right now?
I'll say that y'all have been at this for quite some time, so I'll say it's by the time you get back to the boy, it's dark and
Well, what time was it whenever we got to the castle? Sorry.
you got to the castle probably mid-afternoon, and you've been at this for a while trying to break through. So I'll say it's nighttime now, but but honestly, it was so dark, y'all probably didn't even notice the change because of the rainstorm is pretty heavy and hard. And
Shit.
Can we pause right here for a
Yeah.
small break?
yeah, go for it.
We'll go from there. And I've got about 40 minutes longer.
Yep. We should be able to wrap it up then, as long as y'all figure out the riddles.
No, I figured it
I
out.
think you have, so.
That's why I was asking. I was like, wait a minute, before we leave this area. Damn it. Oh, we need that
you-
little bastard.
You remember how to pause it live?
Huh?
You remember how to pause the feed?
Actually, I don't think you can.
No, you have to just stop it temporarily and
Okay.
then start
Well,
it
you
back
can
up is what we're trying to do.
But see, when I stop it, it stops it. Like, I would have to start a whole new feed.
Don't worry about it. I'll be
I'm
right back.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're right back.
I can
Thank
turn the
you.
camera off and just leave the microphone on, but I don't think.
And thank you for doing this for us tonight. I know
Yeah, I know doing this
No.
with the two of us is.
No, it's fun. I enjoy it, man. This is like my release. Mom, I don't have the kids and I can be an adult. I guess
Well-
this is considered adulting, but
I was like, well.
I can have fun with other adults. Let's put it that way. I'm not watching Octonauts for the 53rd time and,
Trade you every time we watch my niece. It's Frozen over and
oh
over,
yeah.
over again.
there you go.
They're not quite to that point yet where they're, but
Yeah,
oh
he's
God.
Five.
It's so bad when you're like your adult conversations with your husband is about why cartoons don't make sense.
And when adult cartoons are so awesome.
Oh no, but like
And things like that. Do you remember?
yeah.
Those were
Oh,
so
yeah.
awesome.
I loved our cartoons, man.
Because they were full of so much like adult innuendos.
Yes.
it was like-
Or G.I. Joe, there was a lesson every week. This shit just doesn't make sense. Like there's this one Sheriff Callie where they're all animals in the Wild West, but one's a cactus that's alive. but there's no other living vegetation. Everything else is just vegetation, but this one dude. So that doesn't make any sense. But then there's this guy that's a bird, and I was like, well, maybe he's a road runner because he always wanted to fly and he doesn't fly, and he got this plane or something. But then they say he's a woodpecker, and I'm like, a woodpecker can friggin' fly. What are you teaching children here?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I get on rants about children's shows because that's all I get to watch. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, well, no, we're into the rerun stuff where it's like, let it go,
Mhm.
let it go. And I'm just like, I know that whole song by heart,
yeah.
and I don't want to.
We were on a Frozen kick for a while.
He still
And
is.
then the boys love that new one, Moana,
Oh,
which I
no,
think
thankfully, my sister did not take her to go see Moana.
yeah,
So she can wait. Yeah,
I like that movie though. It was pretty good.
yeah. My sister waits for everything to come out on DVD instead of trying to
Yeah.
take a 5-year-old to the movies.
Oh yeah. I totally understand that one.
All right, I'm going to run to the toilet,
Yes, go.
and then I'm going to answer the text messages from my parents that came
You're
through.
fine. I'm gonna run potty too,
I'll
so
be right
take your time.
Okie doke. I'll see you in a sec.
All right, hun.
So, did you have any luck with the yard sale?
I sold a couple things. Nothing too major, so.
Okay. Y'all gonna do it again tomorrow?
No, I think I really need to do it like when the community has their community yard sale. That's like the best time. But a friend of mine was doing one at her house in the neighborhood, and it was such a pretty day. I was like, I'll just throw some stuff out there and we'll see what happens. And I think I made like $20, but I got rid of some stuff because I was selling stuff for super cheap. So
Yeah. That's what you got to do sometimes.
yeah, I just want to make room. We've got too much stuff from way back when. So
We're about to start the remodel. Well,
Oh,
we were
cool.
about we were about to before everything happened.
Yeah.
So it's on hold, but we're gonna literally have to go get a storage unit during when we get everything done. Because I don't think we got any place. We've got two normal size bookshelves and a 8 foot tall by 4 foot tall full one. So
Daggum, yeah, you're gonna have to move out some stuff there.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's gonna have to go in storage so we can finish. But thankfully, we didn't get too far before all this happened. So the house is in shambles and disarray, but
it'll look beautiful when it's done. Just keep telling yourself that.
Yeah,
it's so nice when it's done.
Yeah, it's just gonna take a little longer than we had originally planned. All of this was supposed to be done within what, a week or two. Now we're looking at months.
But okay, so
yes,
we get back. Is Jared still there?
Durango.
Durango.
Yes, Durango is still there. He's basically like a turkey right now. He's like face up with his mouth open and the rain's pouring. And he's just passed out with his arms down. He's like, ah. But luckily his head is tilted to the side enough it's draining out the side. But yeah.
He's so passed out he doesn't even realize that he's drowning. Oh god.
Yeah, he rolled really bad to wake up. So.
Would he roll like a natural one?
He pretty much, yeah. He critted on that one, so yeah.
Is there any shelter around us since it's the middle of a storm?
Well, there's that. Basically, there was that tree that you had like lean to, that you fashioned.
Okay.
So to kind of hide you, so y'all could kind of pull him in there and try to shelter yourselves.
Okay.
I'm going to bring out.
Yeah, and you're still hearing the singing in the distance at this point. Like it's far off, but it's still going right now.
You want to try? I'll grab stupid.
Get him underneath here. Get him underneath here.
And I'm still just wringing out the tail. And the other one just trying to like get to the end of my hair.
We wait. I skull drag Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
You're really gonna palm him and drag him?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh god. Okay.
Let him sleep it off. He'll be fine.
Are his feet hanging out from underneath?
Yeah.
And just his head in there, so we're like completely underneath, but he's just underneath enough so he doesn't drown.
Yeah.
No, he's mostly. I'm an asshole, but I don't want the kid to die.
And you get the sense that midnight's coming up again. And the singing's still going on as the rain comes down.
Wake the kid up.
Wake him up. Wake him up. I'm already fucking wet. Wake him up.
I skull dragged him. He should have woken up.
I'll roll again to see if he woke up when you skull dragged him. Maybe he'll do better this time. But he has like no stats, so he's common or as common can get, so he has no bonuses to nothing.
He's not even a level 1.
Yeah.
Level 0.
He rolled a 9, so he kind of stirs and like he's trying. You can tell he's trying to wake up, but he falls back asleep without any assistance from you guys to wake him up.
I'm gonna fly in front of his face. I'm gonna grab him by the eyelashes and lift an eyelid up and go, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!"
Okay, yeah, you do that, and you kind of slap him around a little bit, and he manages to get the full way awake, and he's like, what, ow, my head. what happened? Where?
You took a big hit, dude. You completely planted yourself. It was horrible.
Oh my lord. I don't remember what happened. Was it when the enemies came again? And he's rubbing his eyes like, what?
It's
Ow.
You're fine. Shake it off.
Okay.
Shake it off.
And he's like,
Do a Taylor Swift song. Come on, you got this.
is that Jorinda again? We have to go.
Yeah.
We just came back.
Oh,
We can't get in there right now, so we got to dry off. We're going to head back there.
No, 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 no. Hey, kid. Where do red flowers grow?
um, I, I, I don't know. I mean, I guess you just they don't grow naturally, or I don't know of any red flower naturally growing around here. We have white and blue and yellow, but I mean, you might could go in town and find some roses that old lady Helen, grows in her rose garden, but
While he's talking, I'm gonna fly up next to Bear's ear.
We gotta get the kid there. We gotta make him cry to make the flower grow.
Crying I can do.
No, he can't be the type of crying, you asshole. He has to be crying for her, who's locked in the tower as a fucking bird in a damn cage. We need him to cry. We need the flower. I'm pretty sure we have to make him cry to make the flower grow to be able to get past the war to get the fucking girl with the stupid boy.
And while you're doing this, like, Jingle's just sitting there, like, just going on about all the people in the village and the different flowers they grow and how they were shipped, had
Shut him out.
special seeds shipped in from the city and all this stuff.
We have to find the flower. And if there's no flower, then we have to make him cry to make the flower grow. The flower is power. She only shows up at a certain time within the woods.
Have we gone
It's
past?
not random. It's a freaking spell.
So what time did we get there? Started at noon, right?
Midday. Mid-afternoon.
Okay, let's do it again tomorrow at the same time. We'll get Junior to come. I'll make him cry for
As
her.
long as we can hear the birds singing, the castle is there. Once the birds stop singing, it will pick another location within the woods.
Then let's go.
That's what I said! Why couldn't you have just been dead whenever I found you in the woods? Why?
He would probably been just as annoying as a zombie.
But at least it's a zombie. I could have ordered you around.
Okay, so we're heading back.
Okay. Yeah. So Jeringle jumps up and he's like still clutching his head a little bit, but he's mustering his spirit and marching forward with you guys. And
Pick up the speed.
And you head back and the castle's still there. You feel like it's about midnight at this point, and the bird's still singing and everything's just kind of as you left it, the rain's still pouring.
Shit.
Okay, oh smart one, figure this one out.
Love equals power. The tears of love lost or love unrequited or I don't know, whatever. And the red flower will get us through the door. We need a red flower. We need Crybaby over there to keep on crying.
We're never gonna get her, kid. Sorry.
Oh, God.
What? But you're so powerful. You've got to be able to get through.
What are you doing?
Making him cry.
Oh, keep going.
He's like,
No,
come on.
this fate, we've seen this thing before. I wanted you to see it yourself. You might as well say your goodbyes now. It's hold on. Get over these flowers here real quick while I finish this story. You know, she's gonna
Okay.
die a horrible, painful death. I mean, it's just so sad. I mean,
Birds have such a short lifespan. Just saying.
and witches, usually like chicken-like items. So I mean,
Actually, they're really good. Mockingbirds are really good in healing potions. Just saying, really good healing potions come from mockingbird bone.
Yeah.
so I'm sorry you loved her, but she's gonna sing for a couple days,
Is
and
there a next prettiest girl in the village? Just wondering.
He's like starts and when you say that he just starts bawling, crying on the ground, and you see the ground start to shimmer, and a plant starts to grow, and then it buds into this beautiful magical red flower that looks like a lily, but blood red, and it's got golden in the middle where the pollen is. I can't remember what that's called. And it's just has this golden aura around it.
So
And
I picked
Durango kind of jumps back.
Yes.
I picked the flower and crying boy up,
Okay.
and I start walking through the gates.
Wait for me!
You're in the
Okay.
pouch.
I'm not getting my pouch wet.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I'm writing
So-
on my little handles.
So finally, you are able to walk freely without anything as you carry this young man and this flower in a wedding pose, like a bride being carried across the threshold.
Carrying them like a football.
Oh, come on. I love my bride analogy with the flower clutched in his hands.
No, he's carrying like a football, but he's carrying the flower in the other hand. He's not even letting the kid hold the flower. Like the kid is just weeping and crying the whole way. It's really pathetic.
And
We
you
get-
guys go
and
ahead.
I kick that son of a bitch and try to kick it open.
All right. Give me an attack roll just to see how good you do this.
Okay, let's see. Add proficiency and strength, right?
Yep.
That is an 18.
Oh yeah. You
No. That is a 20. Non-natural.
yeah. You come up, you got Cry Boy under your shoulder, and you pick up your big old foot and you kick it, and the door just falls in. You know, almost like Harry Potter Hagrid, you know, breaking the door and it just falls.
Instead of an umbrella, he's carrying a flower.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Hello? Is anybody home?
And when
I
you
said-
do that, the singing stops.
Yep, it's barbecue time now. Here's a flower. Hope it makes you feel better. I'll roll perception since we're inside to see what I see.
Okay.
I just whisper in his ear whenever he's saying this, the kid is like,
Are you trying to make him keep crying? We already have the flowers.
It's fun. 15.
15. Okay. You just see there's a hallway. It's kind of dark and mildewy smelling and just like old and run down. And there's a little light coming through where the walls kind of cracked. You don't know the source of the light per se, but there's some light coming through in odd places. And further down the hallway, it kind of ends in a T, and there's a right direction and a left.
Are there any torches or anything?
If there were, they're fallen to the ground and rotted away. Looks like it's basically an abandoned rubble.
You have to ask. I'm not doing it on my own.
Vix, I can't see shit in the dark. You know this.
That's why it's so much fun.
If you wouldn't mind, my dear.
Now we're being nice. Oh boy. You want something. What do you want?
Help me see. Do you have light? Do you have something?
I really don't want to show you my new spells yet.
I can't fight what I can't see. And I'm a lot better at fighting. You're a lot better at casting.
Oh my.
I'll use my second level spell, Dark Vision, on him.
Woohoo!
And I will say the light that is filtering through, you do notice with that perception check that it's coming from the left wall.
What do you want to do?
Since I can see in the dark now, is there anything sticking out?
Not really. There's a lot of rubble. from different, different places. It looks like leaves and just, like things that used to be there, maybe statues or tapestries are just fallen or destroyed and rotted everywhere. So there's a lot of that making like rubble and just nastiness along the walls and stuff.
I
But there's
continue.
like a cleared out path in the middle leading down to this hallway.
Do you want to see where the light's coming from?
Let's find out where the light's coming from.
Okay.
I proceed down the pathway carefully, making sure I don't.
Don't touch any of
Yeah.
the rubble.
Yeah, I'm not trying to touch anything. I'm not trying to set anything off.
Okay.
I'm ready and careful.
Okay, you head down to the T in the hallway, and when you get there, you do hear like a wow, and you kind of glance to the right, and there's a black and white cat with green eyes sitting there, and he just is kind of sitting there swishing his tail back and forth, looking at you, kind of cockhead, and he goes wow.
I perform speak with animals ritual.
How long does that take?
It's just a ritual. It doesn't take very long.
I got you.
Hold up. No. It's a ritual. You could have just said I cast speak with animals, but no, you had to say I cast a ritual spell.
It's got to be a ritual. I don't cast.
Oh, you don't have it as a. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rituals usually take a little while. That's the only reason I ask. I like where you're going, but usually those take a while to perform.
It takes 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you can.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's a.
I get the bear claws and dance around the loincloth and helicopter, whirl.
And the cat is just like, what? And he starts licking himself while you're doing all this. Okay, you perform the ritual, and I guess you can now speak with animals.
Hey, brother, man.
And you have 10 minutes of this. On top of it, took you 10 minutes to cast it. You have 10 minutes to speak with it.
Give and take. Where's the witch? I'd like to go talk to her. And where's the bird that sings?
The cat just kind of looks at you. He's like, which bird?
The one that sung the song about the red flower.
Oh, that one. And he kind of licks his lips and he's like, yeah, she'll probably be mine soon. I get all the bad ones. They're quite tasty. And he licks his lips. And
What are y'all meowing about?
And he keeps on, cleaning himself.
Well, I'm all for opening cage doors for things that help me. I help them. So how about a little give and take? I want to leave your area as quick as I can. I could leave a couple birdcage doors open in the process. You help me, I help you.
He kind of cocks his head again and he laughs and he's like, if you think you can take my mistress, then by all means, many have tried. She's down the left corridor, I suspect, with the birds. And he kind of licks his lips again. He's like, as long as you feed me, she's fed me well. But this is kind of beneath me. And he looks around at all the places.
The whole time I'm just tapping Bear in the head. The whole time they're meowing back and forth.
How close is it to me?
Hey.
The cat?
Yeah.
Hey.
I would say within 5 feet. I mean, he's sitting.
Stop
I
meowing.
hit it with the axe.
Pay attention to me. Hey.
Oh my god!
It's beneath him. I want to help him.
I'm so trying to get his attention as they're meowing. I can't. I am distracted.
18.
18. Okay, I'm sure that's a hit. So
Familiar, really?
Yep. Okay, let's go roll for damage then.
yeah.
You do know it's a familiar. It's not just a plain old cat.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, the cat is just kind of cleaning himself as he's talking to you, and he has he's never really felt fear before, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just swing this axe and chop his head off, and it goes flying against the wall and slides down with a trail of blood.
You dumbass. Did you just kill a familiar? Now she knows we're fucking here.
She knew we were here when we broke the barrier.
We got through the barrier. We didn't break it.
Okay, let's go say hi to the witch.
Did
And
you
I turned
not
down the corridor
understand?
where he told me where the mistress was.
The left-hand corridor. Okay. You come to a door, and there's light pouring through the cracks within it because it's old and wooden.
I have the cat's body with me.
Okay.
I turn invisible and I'm no longer on him. I'm flying back.
And I will say that when you did that, Joringle started throwing up in the corner. He's not used to that much blood.
Especially to a domesticated animal.
Yes, that really threw him.
It was just meowing at him.
He's looking at you sideways now, and he's not doing too well. He's pretty green, especially since you're toting the body around.
And he's like, all the cat did was meow at you. What the hell?
I kick the door and advance.
Is there a door?
Or is there a door? Excuse me.
Yeah, there's an old wooden door with light through the cracks.
I kick the door, and as I go in, do I see anything?
Okay, you kick the door open and you walk in. To your immediate right, you see a big fireplace with a raging fire, but it has like a greenish tint to it. And then you turn around, and there you can't see how far the room goes back. It goes it's very deep. But as far as you can see, there is just cage after cage after cage after cage lining the walls, filling the entire space with barely enough room for somebody to squeeze through. And in each cage is a bird. And upon you entering, they all kind of look towards you, and they start fluttering around, and each one is singing that same song that Jorinda was singing, but it's like thousands of voices singing at once.
Since I still have
It's
speak
almost
with
deafening.
going on, I yell to them in bird. Y'all be quiet. The cat's dead now. Where is that bitch of a witch?
Billy, that's the best you could come up with?
And I throw the cat into the glowing green fire.
Okay. You throw the cat into the fire, and the fire kind of goes, and starts burning the cat's body. And you hear that evil laughter coming from behind you, and you turn back around, and standing before you is what appears to be an old woman. She's dressed
So
kind
she
of...
was behind me and the kid? Since we were behind him?
No, when he turned to the fireplace and he turned back around, she's now standing in front of the bird cages.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So, and she's kind of got that evil, like, now it's like a malicious laugh going on.
Yeah, well, no,
And
she killed her fucking cat.
yeah, and she's like, this should be entertaining. I haven't had a good fight in a while.
I go into a rage and charge her and attack.
All right.
As he does that,
And
I'm going to cast good and protect from good and evil on him.
all righty. And Dringle is just going to back away in the corner because he has... Now, who has the flower? Does Dringle have it?
Oh no, you gave it back to the kid.
Yeah, the kid's got
Yeah.
it.
The kid's got it.
Yeah. So he's going to be holding the flower kind of in the corner. And roll initiative for me.
15.
17.
Damn. Okay, Joringle got an 11. If he It gets up the bravery to do something. And the hag got an 18. So.
Oh no!
That's fine.
All right. So
I'm
let's
in rage and
see.
charging, so I'm good.
Was I able to cast Protect from Good and Evil in time?
I'm just going to retcon and say you cast that before you enter the doorway because that would make sense.
Okay, so you have a protection against types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, phase, fiends, and undead. So that way if she conjures anything from, you know, the undead to anything from the 9 hells, okay.
Okay, go for it, hag. Sorry, I'm not saying that to you. Never insult the DM.
Be on the DM's good side.
Okay. So
Chaotic neutral very well.
Chaotic neutral. Yeah.
she is going to try to claw at you. A 14?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so she tries to claw at you, but you have this protection against you, and you are able to dodge out of the way, and she just claws the air, basically. Yeah, and that's all she's going to do this round. So it is now Pix's turn.
All right. On his axe, I am going to cast magic weapon.
Okay.
So I go over and I just fly down real quick, lay my hand on it. And the weapon now becomes a magical weapon with a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. You now have a temporary +1 to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Okay.
And
that lasts for
1 hour, but it's concentration, which means I can't do anything else for the rest of the round.
That's fine.
Except turn invisible, which I have to wait until. No, that's a bonus action. Magical weapon is a bonus action.
Right. So you
still have my action.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that and then turn invisible.
Okay.
And fly up.
Okay.
I still have my movement.
I'm going to attack Reckless.
Okay.
I'm as high up in that room as I can get.
First one was 11, so let's do better than that.
Probably being an
yes, very much better. That would be a non-natural 20.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and I'm raging. That gives me a plus. Hold on. Where's that card? Let's see. +2 to damage, so I got a +3 to damage now, plus all attack.
I am out of level 2 spells.
Okay. And let's see. 1, 5, 3, 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And she has advantage on her next attack.
Why?
I did Reckless.
Alrighty. And it's Jringle's turn. I'm just going to roll to see if he is brave enough to do anything. And he is not this round, so he's just going to stay huddled in the corner, kind of. He's in shock from seeing this witch again.
Flower! Get up!
Flower? Oh, sorry.
No shit!
All right, and it's the hag's turn. She is going to try and claw you again. That is 18.
That hits.
Okay. Okay. $16 slashing.
Okay.
Which I think you have all kinds of immunities, so figure out.
Yes. You said 16?
1/6 slashing, 16.
So that is 8 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it is, you're maintaining concentration, right?
Yeah, I am flying up in the ceiling around the
You,
little
you,
chains
you can
holding
cast
up.
a spell as long as it's not a concentration spell.
Right. As
On
long
her.
as it doesn't have a C. So like any cantrip or any spell that doesn't have that
Yeah, I can
concentration
do-
feature.
Yup. If I'm up, how tall are the ceilings?
They are very tall. You get the sense that this was a tower, but like there's so much rubble and stuff that it probably goes all the way up to the top. If that makes any sense. Like it used to have floors, but those floors are no more existent. So this is just like this huge room, and there's bird cages going up, as far as you can see.
Well, because whenever I said I was trying to fly up to the ceiling, I wasn't sure how high up that was.
Right.
I only have movement of 30
Yeah.
feet
Yeah.
where I'm flying.
So I'm going to say you flew up the 30 foot, but there's still more room that you could fly further up. Basically, it's a castle tower, a smaller castle tower, but it's still a tower. And there's like a set of stairs that kind of run up the edge of it, if that makes sense. It kind of goes around, going up to the top, almost like a bell tower, but circular, like a spiral. And you went up 30 foot from this area, but there's nothing above you still.
Okay. So I am going to cast Magic Missile, which is an instantaneous spell.
And guaranteed hit, yep.
Yep. Okay, so 1d4 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Two points of damage.
2. Hey, it's better than nothing, right?
So all 3 missiles only did 2 damage?
She's dancing around.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Let me double check. Is it magic missile? It says
it creates 3 glowing darts. But that they all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several.
A dart deals 1d4 plus 4, so times 3.
Right. So you would times that by how many darts you have. That's what I.
Okay, so.
So if you're shooting 2 or 3, just multiply 2 by whatever. So were you shooting 3 darts or?
Yeah. All at her.
So that's 6 then.
All at once. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was trying to understand. I was like, wait a minute, does that mean 1 or all?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that's not exactly how that works, I don't think. So
yeah, that's what I was trying to understand, if it was for all of them or if it was each one only hits for 2 damage. Okay. So
and you're saying what are you saying? Purple or green? What color are your magic missiles?
Oh, mine are purple.
Yep. So 3 purple darts, if I could talk. Magical darts shoot out from your hands, and they kind of do some crisscrossing, and they all converge on her, and boop, 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 and she's kind of like, ah!
All right, and then I'm gonna fly.
She kind of glances up towards you, and the ceiling, her eyes kind of lock on you for a minute.
Yep, I'm gonna fly 30 feet more up.
Okay, so you fly further up, and then she glances back to Grillage, and let me see if Mr. Jeringle's out of his stupor yet. Okay. Jeringle stands up and kind of wipes his nose where he's got some snifflings going on, and he kind of walks up, kind of still standing behind you, Grillage, because he's still kind of wimp, and he's like, I will stop you. You cannot have Jorinda. And he throws the flower at her.
Way to go there, kid.
And when he kind of goes, ah, and then he kind of hides behind Gurlich.
He's using you as a human shield.
I'm in the red haze. I have no idea what's going on besides
Yeah.
what's in front of me.
Oh.
And actually, somehow he hits her with the flower.
Eating me.
And yeah, he rolled an 18 and her AC is a 17. So he hits her square in the chest with the flower and it falls down and at her feet. And she kind of is like startled, and then she looks down as this golden haze starts engulfing her, and she starts screaming, "No!" like your classic Disney villain. And she starts shrinking down, and she's like, "Help me!" And then when the golden haze dissipates, there's this giant, well, not giant, but like a large rat that you would find in the sewers or something, sitting there with a very shocked look on its face.
Is that a rat?
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh no. Are we gonna play
And
stump?
it's Pix's turn.
It's Girly's turn. It was just Pix's turn.
No. It was his turn, then the
It
witch's turn, the witch's turn.
Right. There's only 4 of you, so it
My-
goes faster. Yeah.
Don't even give me that.
But yeah.
I am going to. Well, I guess I
You
will.
just cast magic missiles.
Yes.
Right.
I can cast Firebolt again.
Okay.
Give me that.
But I wanted to kill the rat.
So I'm gonna cast. That's what he was wanting to play. Stomp the rat.
I know. He's like, but I wanted to kill the rat.
She hit me.
Yeah. Well, not your turn. All right. So we are going to cast fire. I'm going to fly down.
Okay.
And cast Firebolt, which is another instantaneous.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let me. Crap, because she is smaller. Let me make her range attack. Brr.
No, spell cast, not range. Use your spell modifier, not your dexterity.
Yeah, but it says make. Yeah, I have to do a range attack.
Range spell attack.
Yeah,
Range spell attack. Yeah.
So you,
12.
12. Yep, that's a hit.
All right, so I. Oh, that's right, because now she has the hit points of her. Now she has the.
She's a rat.
She's a rat. We.
with
Yeah.
burnt hair and ass everywhere.
So 1d10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, 3 points of damage.
So yeah, so Gurlich is sitting there and Durango and this rat has appeared in front of them, and then all of a sudden from the ceiling this bolt of fire just comes streaking down and it just engulfs the rat, and you hear this loud squeak, and then there's just fire and burnt singed rat hair. And
Oh, that's right, because she kept her damage. She kept her damage from the form into the rat form, which means she probably had, what, 1 hit point whenever she became a rat?
Well, technically, the rats have 1 hit point.
Oh, I thought they had like 3 or 4. Oh, okay.
No.
One
A
hit point.
basic, now if you go like a bigger rat, like a monster rat that you're fighting, there's probably some that have more, but your basic common rat that you find in the sewer or something only has 1. So yeah, and so like there ends the hag, and it's just this charred rat body in flames with the golden flowers sitting there.
I promptly extinguished the fire in my classic fashion.
He whips it out in peace.
I pick up the flower first.
Okay, good.
Are you really holding the flower as you're holding up your... It's like Statue of Liberty, only he's doing it Marilyn Monroe style in the front.
I think
I'm-
Pix's life journey should be finding a chastity belt to fit a Goliath. Where you can't whip it out all the time.
And then find out. I'm like, seriously? You do not have to claim everything.
Oh
That was-
shit!
Nope. Nope. How awesome am I? I am awesome. I am awesome. Praise me. Praise me.
You really want me touching you after what I'm doing?
No, I said praise me. I didn't say fucking touch me.
Good job. I'm proud of you. You killed a rat.
I was a fucking hag.
And
Okay, I'm done.
and now that the hag's dead, all the birds are like, help me, get me out of here. Help me, please, help me, save me.
All girls that are stuck inside very small little bird cages with their full size.
No, they're still birds right now, but they're not stuck singing the same damn song over and over. They can actually have their voices back. So
I walk up to each cage and open the cage with the same hand I've got the flower.
okay,
So if they try to fly past, they actually touch they either fly through that golden weird aura thing or they touch the flower itself.
okay. God, these six-sided dice love you tonight. So I'm gonna say you take about an hour going through the cages. A lot of them are empty. Especially towards the back and going up higher. But let's see here.
Crap.
But you actually find and free 60 young, beautiful maidens who are all
16 or 60?
60, who are all very thankful for what you've done. And then in that last cage, you come upon the bird you saw in the woods, and Joringle runs forward and grabs the flower and touches it to the bird, and this really pretty like mousy brown haired girl appears, and she's like, Joringle, you saved me. And he's like, oh, Jorinda. And they are hugging and kissing and
Blech.
crying tears of joy.
Jared, you did a good job. I'm proud of you.
And he's like still holding on to Jorinda, but he turns around and he puts out his hand to shake your hand. He's like, thank you so much. I'll always be indebted to you.
Kid. Don't do that, kid. He will shake your hand with the one he just pissed with.
Too late.
Shit.
So
And he shakes your hand.
you said a meal and some mead?
Whatever you wish. And you turn around and there's 60 beautiful women, just like you're basically their hero and savior. So yeah,
Like
they're
I said, you now
fawning
have a
all
harem.
over you.
You now have a harem. Congratulations. Woo.
I don't want a maiden. You have to teach them shit.
Well, that's your own fault for not visiting the whorehouse before we left.
Now, let's get out of here.
All right.
Come on, girls.
And they're
Nicole's an old Uncle Girlich. He'll do anything he can say. Ah.
And so, yep, y'all head out, and eventually you get to
I'm gonna
get
cast,
to
yeah, I'm gonna cast precipitation on myself to dry off and clean off. I'm going back into my pocket and I'm closing
yeah.
my flap because I want no part of this shit.
And y'all make your way back to his village, and he provides you with what food you can. And
Do any of the other girls belong there?
no, you don't get the sense they belong there, but
Shit.
they're from all around,
I
basically.
pop out of my pocket real quick.
Shit. We're missing a bird.
I was gonna say, does it start rocking as Pix is in this pocket?
It'd be about right for bear.
Just like, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what's going on?
was actually going to be a decent, not
He's
go,
got you.
not go
He's
down that
got
road.
you.
Wasn't going to be converted. Wasn't going to go, wasn't going to fuck this time. He'd talk about it, but he had to figure out.
Well, you don't have to. I was just asking if it's.
It's already preordained, apparently.
No, I was just asking if it started getting rocky. That's all. You totally have control over your character or what he does. I was just asking if that happened because it was a funny picture of Kate of pics in the pocket going. "Ah!"
Just like I was in that damn helmet.
Yeah.
In my own little abode.
Like, what the hell's going on?
The one that was free, the one that wasn't in a cage, the one that came out and was singing.
It was her.
She
It was
in a
Dorinda.
cage.
It was Dorinda. She was calling for help.
Yeah.
So the smart one, you missed that, and I got that. Let's get these girls.
I close my pouch back up as I flip him off while doing so.
And we go around and talk and try to figure out where each girl's from.
And you spend, quite some time, figuring everything out and arranging passage to get them back to their prospective towns, and everybody in town hears your story and is amazed by it. And, they all work together to try to get these girls where they need to go. And if some of them, since it was like magical spell, they didn't age or anything. So if some of them don't have anywhere to go, the village, is willing to put them up and find places for them within it.
Yeah, the whole time I'm asleep in the pocket. I have not come out with I am dead asleep. I am just in the pocket snoring.
So you don't get to see girlage's, chivalry and all that. So
nope, don't care. Do not give two shits.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I take advantage of the generosity of the families that, by the way, here's your daughter. Reward me.
So do you actually travel with each of them and hand them off everywhere? I thought you just would arrange travel for them.
Please make him roll to actually get a daughter or to just get booze or money. Do not just give him daughters.
I don't want a daughter. Hell no, I don't want a daughter. I got dogs. Because if I had a daughter, she's going to meet a guy like me eventually.
No, for the peasants to give their daughters to you.
No, like if.
That's what I'm wanting. I want to roll and see how many.
Y'all are still on the quest to get to Death House by a certain date. So, I mean, it would take you a long time to travel to all these far off places and return these women. So, I assume you just.
Are close by along the way that they tag along with me.
Okay, we can say that.
He's wanting that harem. He really wants that harem.
No, I don't want daughters. I said just, I am taking full advantage of happy families and generosity for being reunited.
He's getting a lot of free food and free beer and some coins along the way.
And I slept through the whole thing. Did not even give two shits.
Yeah.
Like all I hear is this random little small sound coming from him every now and then where people just look at him funny because I am snoring away in that freaking pocket.
They've been in a witch's castle. I don't know where those nasty girls have been.
And some of them are probably ancient. They've been in there a long time. So.
Oh God, yeah.
Knock the dust off that shit. No, thank you.
Some of them are probably as old as I will ever be.
See, if you wouldn't have killed the cat, he was going to eat the rat, which would have been kind of funny.
Oh, that would have been funny. See?
That's what Chelsea and them did, and then they adopted him.
Well, the problem is every cat is that way. It's a cat.
Yeah.
This is beneath me. And it's like, oh, really?
No, he said that No. You took it wrong then. He was saying that the area was beneath him, so if you could offer him a better home, he would willingly help you than living in a stinky old castle.
Because the tower was beneath him.
And he was eating innocents.
Well, yeah.
He's a cat.
He's a
But
cat
he-
that's a pet of a hag. So
Yeah.
True, it is a familiar, but
Yeah.
every cat is that way. For a cat thinks that it's being imprisoned in a home by its own servant. That's the way a cat thinks. Every
Yeah.
cat in the world thinks that way, that its own
Yeah.
servant is turned against it or holding it
Well,
prisoner.
it was a hag's cat. It was dead to begin with.
Yeah, I will agree it was a familiar, but still.
It was not going to survive the encounter with good old Gurlich.
Oh yeah, you're so sympathetic.
I thought it was cute. They had a thing on one of the D&D forums where they were talking about, which it wouldn't work technically with the rules, but it was a cute idea to have an immovable rod, I think it's called, where I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a rod that you plant a certain place and you can't move it, and polymorph it into a cat. So you could just throw it on top of somebody and it's like a cat holding them down, basically, because, cats lay on you all the time. And I thought that was a cool idea. I was like, I would allow that.
Oh, that would be awesome, where it's like stuck on their head.
Yeah, I would totally allow that. Because that's creative, man.
Quick question.
Yeah.
The girls, the two nudists, what were they?
Yeah. If you wouldn't have been level 3, it was a succubus and her, initiate, basically. But because you were level 3 and I kind of wanted to move it along and, also I wanted to throw, it in the original fairy tale, it's a mother and daughter. Yeah. And they're not evil at all. But because this was based on a fairy tale. So.
Yeah. The thing with our two characters, though, is we've become so accustomed to people yelling and running from him to have two people, especially females, that are not being paid to not run from him. It was like big red flag.
I mean,
basically, these girls were probably hippie shroom heads that were high as hell. So they lived out in the forest as nudists, and
Have you got any of my backstory yet, or is?
I did in the beginning. I don't remember it exactly right now.
Let me hideously covered in burn scars and lightning scars.
Oh, okay.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I literally got I think it was 2 different colored eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you look like a monster.
He does.
I've got a light green eye, and my blue eye is so bright blue that it literally shines at times.
And yet he has no night vision, and he has an eyeball that glows.
That's hilarious.
I know, right?
It's a byproduct of a friend that was basically family saving.
Yeah.
But she was a juvenile storm giant whose powers awoken when we were attacked. So she was a seer.
Oh, cool.
But that's why Pix doesn't like giving him dark vision or anything. It's like you have a fucking glowing eyeball and you can't see in the dark. This is too damn funny. Whenever your eye lights your own way and you still can't see shit.
Yeah, the original fairy tale is kind of stupid anyway. It's messed up because it's like the witch turns into a cat and Joringle treats it like shit, and then goes walking in the woods and finds her castle, and she's like, screw you, and turns Jorinda into the female. And then he comes across the mother and daughter in the woods while he's wandering around trying to figure out how to save her, and they take him in, and he stays with them for a little while, and then he's like, well, this girl's okay, she lives in the middle of the woods and she's not Jorinda, but it's easier than trying to save her. So he kind of shacks up with her for a while. And then, she starts having nightmares, and that's what makes him go save Jorinda, actually. So he's really a prick in this actual story.
I've got issues. I don't want to deal with this. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That story would have been awesome.
Yeah.
We could have killed him at the end for being an asshole and then looked at her and been like, you deserve better than that fucker. Used him to get in the castle and then killed him and saved all the girls.
But yeah, that's why that one always stuck in my mind. I used to watch those. I don't know if you ever saw them, but the Grimm's Classics on Nickelodeon when they used to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's from there. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
Wow.
play Girlich as random and chaotic as humanly possible.
yeah.
Am I doing a decent job with it?
I think you are because, like Katie said, she would assume you had a harem, and instead I'm going to take them back and try to get beer, and coins. So
Yeah, he's like,
that's pretty cool.
He's like, I'm gonna try the Pix approach this time, and we're gonna
Yeah.
try and weasel some money and supplies out of these people.
I will notice though, we can always guarantee that no matter what character you play, they're either puking, pissing, or shitting on stuff.
Well,
Unless you give him, I swear to God, one of the random characters, if we ever do another random draw, I really hope he gets like a paladin.
You know
Then he
what?
has to be super good.
You know what I want to do one time is have y'all play opposite sexes, because I think that would be hilarious to see Brian and Justin playing females.
Oh, Primer, yes, ma'am.
I'd be whipping it out and pissing on everything.
Oh,
Like, oh my God, I actually have one. Now I see why you do this all the time. That's mine, this is mine. I claim
Mhm.
that. I claim this.
oh yeah. I mean, trust me.
Yep.
You couldn't keep me off a set of stairs if I had my own boobs for the first day. Jogged up them, you jogged down them.
Yeah, I promise
Jog
you
up.
that wouldn't last more than a couple minutes before you go, okay, that hurts. That's
I've gotten
Ow.
nerve damage, baby. I've got places across me that I can feel the connecting tissue. I can't feel pain there.
nope. I promise you, boobs hurt.
And then the cramps started. He's like, oh no.
Mhm.
Or if you wear your bra too long and you're like, ow, I gotta get it off.
Well, I can honestly say I understand that a little bit because I wear a vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Is your best.
It is
Do they
hot.
make
I
you?
mean,
Oh, go ahead. Do they make you wear the cameras yet? I know around here they're making them wear chest
they're in the
cameras.
budget this year.
Yeah, they'll be getting them soon.
We have one guy, and I'm like, really? He went home and still had his camera on and beat his wife, and they caught him on video. And I'm like,
Good. They crucify
oh
him?
yeah, I'm so glad that they caught him. But I'm like, how stupid do you have to be wearing your camera vest and beat up on your wife? Really?
No, I mean, I am all for
Just
if you're in my line of work,
Yeah.
you either tote the line and you're good at two shoes and you're, you
Yeah.
don't cross any line because you cannot be a damn hypocrite. If you're a hypocrite,
Mhm.
crucify those motherfuckers. Excuse the language.
Oh no, I'm with you there. I'm just like, God, that's so stupid. I mean, I'm so glad he got caught, but I'm like, how?
Oh yeah, but
Even if he wasn't a cop, crucify him. I mean, you don't
Oh yeah.
spouse.
No.
No. I mean, we don't even yell at each other.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, good God.
I mean, Kira says, y'all stop yelling, but we're not yelling. We're just picking.
Arguing.
You know how y'all do? Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
probably do it too, where you're like,
Oh yeah, we've had people in the store all of a sudden look at us and be like,
oh, and I hammer that real big. You just wait till I get you home, woman. I'm gonna straighten this out.
I'm like,
oh yeah.
come on, asshole. Like, you're not gonna leave me with one again. Come on. I got a kitchen knife waiting for you. Oh yeah. And all of a sudden people like in the grocery store will all of a sudden be like, oh my God. What insane.
And she doesn't like to tangle in the frozen food aisle. I don't
No.
understand it.
All of a sudden he will, like one time he grabbed a frozen bag of peas, put the frozen bag of peas in his mouth and started to proceed to try and make me tango down the frozen food aisle.
I thought you were going to say you shoved them down your pants. That's
Why you
horrible.
gotta give him ideas? Why you gotta give him ideas?
I'm sorry. It just seemed like a thing that his character would do.
You? Yes.
Let's just say I have fun. I've been mellow lately, just 'cause
Yeah.
I'm starting to heal up.
I need to bust another rib.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't get picked on as much whenever he has a busted rib because all I have to do is go, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Doing okay?
and it's the only time I've ever called you a fucking bitch. Is the only time you thought you were fun. You walked up. It was like week 2. I was here, like finally quit hurting to breathe. And she goes, "How you doing?" It beat.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, I mean, then she stops because I mean, I turn. I mean, if you have you ever broken a rib?
Yes.
So you understand.
Yeah. I was in a car accident and I broke several. So
He
yeah.
looked at me and he goes, "You turned some different colors," and I just look at, "You fucking bitch!
Oh.
Don't touch me."